The loudest in the room always has the weakest frequency. Wagwan, my name is Imayu Vaughn. Welcome back to my channel, where I share daily messages about life, growth, and everything in between. Today I want to start off with a little story. So today at work, I had a call from my older cousin. Kind of a nice surprise to start off the work day, But I hopped on break and we chopped it up for a little while. And the basis of the call was just him letting me know about this altercation that went on. And I'm listening. I barely got a sentence in, it was more so just him telling a story about everything that went on over the past weekend. And I was sitting there, I was listening, I was listening, I was listening. And at the very end of that phone call, a rush of different thoughts came into my head. And in that little moment when I had different thoughts going on, I had to react and respond in a mature but also sensible way that it wouldn't affect me. And with the story that he was telling me about the altercation, I originally didn't want to react. I didn't want to think too deep and want it to affect me because I'm still at work. I need to continue to build up my mindset and think with a positive outlook on life, just for the sake of me producing at work. But also, I didn't want to react or respond in a fast, quick, emotional based way due to the fact that it would bring my vibration down. It would bring me down to a state to where, my apologies, it would bring me down to a state to where everything that I would be saying wouldn't be logical by head. Like, it wouldn't be logical by my thought process. It would be stated in a manner of thinking from the heart. And I ended up just saying thank you for letting me know. I'm just gonna finish up with work, but yeah, I don't want to tie myself into this altercation. I don't want to tie myself into this situation for the sake of me continuously doing the things that I need to do and the responsibilities I have. I don't want this to come into my life because I was dragged into it by a phone call. And we just chopped it up for a little while, just like outside of that situation, just like, oh, how you been? I've been doing good, dot, dot, dot. And ended the phone call, cool, back to work. But I was going throughout work, it kind of dawned on me what I just did. I realized that the reaction that I had was the reaction that was needed. Instead of me feeding into the situation, like, oh, wow, this is such a wild situation. Like, oh, what else happened? What happened after that? Oh my gosh, even more drama. Just feeding into more drama, more drama, more drama. Give me all the details. I need to hear about this. Oh, okay, now let me ask them. And feeding into it even more. Now you're dragged into it. Now you're dragging yourself down into that low vibrational state. And all day I've mapped out why in the previous times that I've heard drama, I've heard situations like this, like altercations and situations, things that different things that happened, and people come to me with stories. People come to me with different little things that they want to get off their mind, and I would get dragged into it just due to the fact that I would be interested in learning about the details. I would be interested in feeding myself what was going on. And as I was saying, I was mapping out all day how in the past I've took those situations and fed into them, but now it's a case to where I don't want anything to do with it. And I had to ask myself why. Like, why is that such a big change? Why is that such a big dramatic separation from the past? To where I would always want to hear about the details. I would always want to be included. I would need to know every single detail. Okay, like let me go ask them what really happened. Okay, I heard your side of the story. Like let's dot dot dot. But now it's okay, cool. Well, thank you for letting me know, but I'm not gonna bring that into my life. I don't want any part of it. I don't want to be dealt with that at the moment. I'm good, thank you. I appreciate the call though. What is the separation? Why is the separation? And so I've broken down into the three different tiers to why the separation is so evident within my life. So I realized that when dealing with drama, with dealing with trying to nitpick all the small details of all the little situations of in different people's lives, I was at such a low vibrational state. I was always looking into other people's lives, always doing the comparisons. I was not looking into feeding and nurturing myself in the right manner, you know. And so I was stuck at this low vibrational state, just stuck there. And today I called it the drama energy, to where everything is strictly emotionally. You just feel emotionally attached. You have uh, everything's just emotionally charged. You feel so attached to it. Everything's based off just reaction. You hear about one thing and you're like, oh, what? Really? Oh, I gotta do dot dot dot. I need to say dot dot dot. Everything's just so quick and so reaction based. You need to do something. Why do you need to do something based off of what just happened? And so living at that low vibrational state, it never produced any good within my life when in any avenue, from mental, physical, spiritual, financial, social, it just left me there dealing with other people that liked drama. Nowadays it's so popularized to where it's now a cultural thing. Like the tea is what it's called. The tea. Oh, you got the tea? You gonna drop the tea? I don't know. I don't really know how to use that slang. Yeah, but you guys get the gist. Like who got the tea? Let me know in the comments if I'm using that slang correctly. But that's practically what it is. So where all the drama and just people talking about negative situations, people attaching their emotions and getting fueled up by little distractions and things that happen. Oh, they said this about this one person. Oh, they said that they don't like them. Oh, these two people fell out. Dot dot dot. Whatever the situation is, sitting at that low vibration, right? And the second tier that I had to recognize is the acceptance. The acceptance, but also the observation. So where you understand, you see the details, you see the drama going on, you see the back and forths, you see the tea that people are sharing, you see the tea that people be drinking. Yeah. So you observe it and you had to accept that that's what people will do. People will always love to go back and forth about other people, about negative situations. That's what people do. People, if they don't have a story, they'll make one. So you had to accept the fact that there will always be drama in that low vibrational state. If there's something to be talked about, they're going to talk about it. Accept it. But you have to recognize it. You have to see it out in the real world, at work, in your friend group, in your family. In family, it's deep. In your friend group, it's deep. At work, it's deep. Recognize it. At work, it could be your manager picking favorites. You know what I mean? And people are throwing around hints and people are talking about it. And you see people talking about it. You're hearing them. You're listening. You're not including yourself in this state, in this middle bracket of the frequency. If you were including yourself, you would have been in that drama energy frequency. You're dragging yourself down to where you're going and going back and forth in these conversations. So you're observing these people talking about, oh, this manager, they're always choosing them for this job and dot, dot, dot. They like them. They're their favorite. In your family, it's like little dramas to where, oh, man, this person is always talking bad about this other sibling. Or, oh, that uncle, no, we don't mess with that uncle. That aunt, we don't mess with that aunt, because of dot, dot, dot. Recognize what people are saying. Recognize the things of that lower frequency. Recognize it. And once you recognize it, you can't change it. So you have to accept it. People will talk. People will share drama. People will share the tea. You can't be the superhero in that case. That's what people love to do. People love a good old story about another person, but they'll never talk about themselves to grow themselves because they want to be stuck in that drama energy. They want to be stuck in that frequency to where everything is just emotionally charged. They want to feel attached to something. And they feel like they're doing something. They feel like life is exciting because they're sharing drama. They're sharing tea. They're sharing some juicy gossip. So they want to stay at that state, the drama energy. So accept it. Observe it when you're in the second tier. Observe it and accept it. And once you observe and accepted it, you're now moving into the third tier, which I called the peace frequency. And that's where I saw myself as soon as I ended up hanging up that phone call today. That peace frequency. I recognized the drama. I accepted it. I recognized it. Okay. Oh, okay. This is just a back and forth. This is an altercation that happened. Okay. I observed it. I accepted it. Like, thank you for the call, but no, I'm not gonna, thank you for the call. And, I hope all is well. I hope you guys patch out this situation. Accept it. That's still gonna happen. Like, that is a situation that's still there. I accepted it. I hope you guys are gonna be doing well. Boom, I accepted it. I left my piece there. And then I left, I separated myself. Thank you for the call, but I'm not gonna include this within my life. I had to add that separation for the third tier, for the peace. I'm not allowing this frequency that's on this level to break through the second and meet me at the top. I'm not going to let this little drama energy, the situation, this low frequency state mess with my life. I have so many things that I need to focus on. Like, I was thinking that our minds hold limited space. So you really have to use it wisely. What are you focusing on? What are you paying your true hearted attention to? What do you have in your heart? Do you have drama? Do you have juicy little gossip details about other people in your heart? Or do you have passion for reaching your full potential? Do you have passion for living a peaceful and true and genuine life to where you could actually enjoy the peace of yourself, being alone, or enjoying company of other people that bring great fruits of great fruits of genuine care. It's like, what are you really paying attention to? Stop reacting to the drama. Stop going back and forth. Separate yourself. Observe it. Accept it. And then separate yourself. Have your peace. And I was also thinking, like, you really have to think about it constantly whenever you're moving throughout life, because it's blended into society so much. Like, it's so easy just to close your eyes, and now all of a sudden you're in that low vibrational state. You have to open your eyes, you have to open your ears and pay attention to what people are saying, what people are trying to drag you into. That is the devil right there. That is the devil. You're gonna have someone random come up to you and tell you this whole ass situation exactly like today. Exactly just like that phone call. Someone calling you. I was even part of the out. I was even part of it. Why are you calling me? Like, thank you for the call, but why are you calling me? What did I do to now get myself involved in this? So I had to cut it off right there. The initiating state. Oh, you think you're gonna involve me? No. Thank you for the call, but I'm not gonna include this in my life. That's funny. Now just thinking about it, like, why are you including me? Why you call me? That is funny. But see, like, I'm laughing so much because I'm sitting at that peace state, because it's like separating myself. I'm still gonna continue to focus on the things that I need to take care of. I need to focus on my responsibilities. I need to focus on my purpose. Okay, just continue and just dig deep on that, because that will leave you at that peaceful state. That will leave you at that peace vibration, to where you can live a genuine and free life and laugh, like, and just be yourself, instead of always stressing over, these little petty drama queens, these little petty conversations about nothing, about just other people. Like, I don't want to hang around just talkers. I want to hang around doers, that people that take action. And then when we do talk, it's going to be something that's real, something of value. Not, oh, did you hear about ... I don't give a damn. Like, why? They're not going to put you in that peaceful state. And this is also like another thought. You have to ask yourself, am I surrounded around people that are in the drama energy frequency? Am I in the drama frequency? Am I the one that are dragging people into this drama? Am I bringing the tea to other people? Who's bringing the tea to me? You know what I mean? Like, think about that. Who's on the drama energy frequency? Who can I recognize that are always going back and forth, who always have a story to tell about another person, a story to tell about some negative situation, this altercation, this whatever, that gets so riled up emotionally. And now you're dragged into it. Now you're reacting. Now you're off focused of whatever you're supposed to be focused on. Now you can't even focus on your responsibilities. Now you can't focus on your purpose. Now you can't focus on your goals, because they done dragged you into this little story. And now they're taking you all across. It's like a whole book. Story of my life. If they open up the book and they're about to tell you a story, oh, I read that one. I ain't like that series. I don't like that author. seriously, like, separate yourself. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. Actually, it pays you dividends in the future practically because it puts you at the state of the peaceful, and it allows you to build up this boundary within your life, so where you're at that peace frequency, you're able to now guard yourself, not like separate yourself from society. No, because that's why I included the observe and acceptance, because you need to also understand. You need to understand and know what's going on within society. You need to know what's going around on in your surroundings, but you can't include and indulge yourself so heavily that it will bring you down to that drama energy frequency. So you need to think and live and breathe in that peaceful frequency and observe, understand, accept, to avoid being in that drama energy. I hope this message brought you some light. I hope it gave you a laugh. I know it gave me a laugh, without a doubt. But yeah, this is just something that opened my eyes today, just off of one phone call. And I want this to be also just like another message of like having those little things within life that are just so regular, like a phone call that you get and you hear about a situation that happened. And recognize those things, like break those things down. It's like, why are those things happening? But yeah, I hope this message brought you something valuable. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're blessed. I hope you can reach that peaceful frequency and live and breathe and be free. But yeah, just be open and ask yourself, like, who around me is in that drama energy frequency? Am I in that drama energy frequency? Like, ask yourself these honest questions. Take accountability. And yeah, just live without drama. But that's my message for you guys. Share this around. Share this with a close friend. Share this to someone that has the tea. And they need to get their energy up, you know? Or even if you're the person sharing the tea, share this to the person you share tea with and say sorry. All caps, just say sorry. But peace and love, Ima Yuban.